How could P do this? Hey, I am very loyal to Wu Chang, but what you need to understand is there are so many people trying to get P money on the track. I have to prioritize Wu Chang. So yeah, bro. You know, that's just how it is. Nothing against anyone. Just I gotta prioritize Wu Chang right now and fulfill my duties. Motherfucker just used YouTube Wu Chang. We about to get him on the radio and he's about to switch to MDM. No, that's sick. I need the Wicked's annoying me, man. I need these lot to have least free music so we could put all of MDM stuff on there. At the moment, there's only like Big Toe and I think 1 or 2 Wicked songs. But we need like more least free music. Because basically what the situation is, so there's least music. When I look into it like briefly, least music is cool, but like there's still a risk of it and possibly not being cool. Certain scenarios can happen where it makes it not cool. So it's like we need to double check like on leased music, but all the exclusive rights ones and owned ones are 100% cool, and a lot of like MDM stuff is leased. So it's like it's annoying. The situation with big bands is I got to the bottom of it. Basically, he Little Cap, because it's Little Cap's song, it's not mine. Little Cap, I thought he bought it outright. But it looks like he didn't. He just bought an unlimited package where benji can, you know, release and do what you want. But it doesn't mean that he owned it. So now that Gigs has it as well, I don't think anyone can own it because Cap was saying there was no option to own it. Basically, let me try and show you. When you go to buy a beat, it looks like afterwards, I can't even show you, but basically when you buy a beat, on YouTube, afterwards on YouTube it will say sold, and there will be no link to buy it. It will say this beat is now sold, no link to buy it. Do you know what I mean? Gone. When you go to buy a beat, it will have 3 options, which is I'll show you right now actually, just so like you lot can understand, because you know me, I'm quite transparent. I'll show you. So it will have 3 options. Let me type in type beat blah blah blah. What comes up? What comes up? Just pick any fucking beat. So let's say.
So I've got my.
Hold on, let me get this advert out of the way. So let's say you was gonna buy this beat. You would go on here, and then you'd click this, right? And then it's got this MP3 license, WAV, premium, unlimited. A lot of people buy this unlimited. This does not mean you own it. This does, which is why you have to make an offer. And most like producers they're not going to accept anything less than 500, because if you look at an unlimited release, this is 200, right? And this, anyone can buy this consistently. You can't see my mouse. All right, so MP3 license, WAV license, premium license, unlimited license. A lot of people buy unlimited license for $200. And what this means, though, is anyone can do that. So 30 people can buy this unlimited license, right? And that's what's happened with the Little Cap one, with big bands. You know, he bought unlimited license. He didn't buy exclusive rights. He bought unlimited license. So what happens is when you buy a limited license, it means you can do what you want. You can release it on Spotify. You could do all of that, make videos. Yeah, cool. But that means so can I. So can Harry down the road. So can Jim. So can Bob. Everyone can do that. The moment someone buys exclusive rights, it means from now on, no one can buy the unlimited license. It means that all stops. Because you've now bought the exclusive rights. They cannot sell it to no more people. But what they will do is say to you, anyone who's bought the unlimited license before you, can you allow that to still be cool? You know, some producers are nice like that. For example, my one, when I bought a beat, the producer emailed me and was like, yo, I see you bought the rights. I'm going to sell you the rights only on this condition, that you allow anyone who's bought the beat before you via unlimited license to allow them to still, have their music up. Don't pull their music down. And I said, I'm cool. I'm not about shutting down no one's money, but from now on, you know, you can't sell the beat to no one else. He said 100%, no, won't be selling the beat to no one else. That's, you know, you've bought that. That's it. Cool. That works. Now, some producers don't care. So they will sell the beat to someone, and then from now, anyone who's bought the beat from now on and before, their shit's fucked. Which is what's happened with Jump Out. That is what has happened with Jump Out Gang for Clutch. Eli, he bought the beat or was going to use the beat. Now someone else bought the beat and owns it. He can't use it. That person is not letting him use it. It's not because the producer's saying, I'm staying out of it. I sold the beat, nothing to do with me. Talk to the person who bought the beat. So now Eli's trying to talk to the person who bought the beat, and they're saying, well, they're not even getting back to him. They just don't care. Do you know what I mean? And that's the issue you have, because if Eli now released Jump Out Gang, he'd be in trouble. Not from the producer, but from this guy who's bought the beat now. Do you know what I mean? So that's why right now, using leased stuff is a bit, it's a bit risky. It's a bit, we're not sure if we want to do that. So hopefully soon we'll look into it more and find out if it is cool. Because it does also say in their leases, right? So here's the other issue. In their leases, it says, you know, using the music for radio is fine. Unlimited, unlimited releases for radio and streaming platforms or whatever. But this is not a radio station. At the end of the day, they do not view this as a radio station. We have to remember, this is Grand Theft Auto. It's a game. And when musics are put on a game, normally they need a license, which is why I make my stuff completely licensed and DMCA free. They're not exactly the same thing. They are, but they're not. They're different. For example, I have music on FIFA, don't I? That they had to agree a license and a fee with me and everybody involved. They had to agree. The license agreement is between me. For where and when, it's between me, Giggs, and Teddy. Teddy's a producer. Giggs is a featured artist. I am the main artist. We all have to agree for that song to be able to be on there. Which is why when the whole Molly thing happened, that's why it had such a bad impact, because it's like one person doesn't agree. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I was trying to make it clear. I was like, yo, if that's what you're saying, then it's a big issue. And then obviously when she corrected it and was like, that's not even what I was trying to say. And that's when I explained, well, that's what you're saying when you say that shit. You're saying that you are not agreeing to allow your music to be used on this here. And she's saying, that's not what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? So it's all, everything needs to be checked over properly. And that's why at the moment, leased music can't go on. So there's not a hell of a lot of MDM on there, even though I want to get a hell of it on there. But that is the only reason why there's not bare MDM on there. It's because a lot of their music is leased, not owned. But we know Big Toe, the 3 that is on there, he produced them with his friend. His friend produced them. That's his brethren. They're all called Bless. Anything, the other ones that he's bought, he's made it clear to us, yo, I bought them. I said, all right, cool. Well, we can't use that right now until we figure something out. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not a radio station. Everyone's looking at it like, oh yeah, it says you can use it on a radio and it's DMCA free. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not. It's a game. It's at the end of the day, it is a game. And then they might come along and say, well, this ain't that. Grand Theft Auto's not in the fucking contract. Neither is NoPixel. So what now? Do you know what I mean? So to avoid that ever happening, we're kind of staying away from it for now. Do you know what I mean? What about Zerka's song? I got told it's not outright. It hasn't been bought outright. Wicked told me it's a lease. So again, obviously Zerka could just buy it. So if I was them, I'd just buy it. Just buy it. Fuck it. But just own it. Any track you've heard me doing, I make sure I just buy it outright, full stop. Because you want to make sure you own your shit. Do you know what I mean? I just buy it outright. So any problems, yo, bruv, here's my contract. I own it. Like, there's no problems. Just buy it. But I understand not all musicians have the money that we have. These musicians are just starting out. They can't afford to just buy. So that's why I'm trying to find a way where leased music can work. I'm trying to find. That's why near enough any producer that comes into Wu-Chang, we sign. As long as they sound half decent, we sign them. Because at the end of the day, we need producers. Otherwise, there's people who can't afford to buy out their music and they will never be able to be heard on the radio in-game. There's not much we can do about that. Do you know what I mean? So